This is my Royal Enfield Electra X 500cc. This is what he currently looks like, and this is from last year when I was working on him. Plan for today is replace the switchgear and the clutch cable. I do have some indicators from the Interceptor 650. I want to see what they look like, kind of like that square look. Let's get started. So at this point, Hans is actually in really good condition compared to how I received him. But there were still a few things to iron out, such as new clutch lever and new switchgear, because the other one was a mess. The choke lever had at one point snapped, before I received him of course. And the story is, Hans had been kept outside, under a cover, but outside, for about 4 to 5 years, and he was in pretty poor condition. Rust everywhere, the whole front mudguard needed replacing, so I replaced that. The spark plug cap was broken, so that needed replacing. I gave him a full service, such as spark plug, oil, filter, you name it. Also a few new bulbs. And the bobber seat, of course, that I put on. Also some new handlebars, mirrors, oh, the list goes on. And all throughout restoring Hans here, I was basically learning as I was going. I had a manual, but the Royal Enfield manual for the Electra X Bullet was quite basic. Nothing like a Haynes manual, so it was a thing of scouring the internet and learning as I go along. And I found it so rewarding bringing a bike back to life after it's pretty much been abandoned in a garden under a cover. And I had some great fun doing this. At this point, like I mentioned, there was just small things that needed doing, and this was in preparation to get him to the MOT to hopefully pass, which he did do, before I wanted to continue doing some other various things to him, which I'm going to follow up on another video later on. Well, these are the indicators from the Interceptor 650, of course. Now, I quite like the smaller look. Yes, I know, I needed a spanner. I put it down and don't remember where.
Oh, so many cables. So many cables. Like spaghetti bolognese.
Two down. 1.5. Need to find the cabling for the other one, because it's somewhere in there. I have a rummage around in my box of goodies for the year. Next one. Rear one. And the second front one. Right. So, let's give this one a whirl. See what it looks like. Here's a comparison. Quite a big difference. Okay, alright. So, we're gonna need a bit of a straighten, but I think I'm a fan of the small ones. Again, gotta straighten them a little bit and tighten them up and then wire them in. Don't you just hate it when you realise you're only on your lunch break? Well, best continue this tomorrow. Front indicators have been attached. And time for the back ones. Found my spanners. So, right tools for the job at least. I hope. I think, because I've never done the back before. So, we'll see how it goes. Okay, well, annoyingly, the bolt is right under there. And after a couple of little tries, turns out it needs a 12. I mean, how often do you see a size 12 bolt? I mean, I certainly don't. Oh, as you might have gathered, pretty cold right now. Not as cold as it was, but we have this new storm. Isla, begins with I. I have a feeling, and from some things I've seen, you're actually supposed to take the bolts off the rear shocks and the back just folds up. But due to the bobber style conversion, I have to take a few more bolts off and also flap the bobber seat up, and I don't really want to do that, so I'm going to struggle away under the mudguard instead with a nice size 12 spanner.
Sometime later.
Struggle is real, but it's coming loose. Hello, this is my garage dog. She's a spaniel. Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. Bother. Right, now what? Some double silver duct tape. Don't know what that was for. Bit of packing. Save that for later. It's pretty straightforward. Just for some personal reference. Here, hold this. Useless assistant. It's an 18. Doesn't need an 18. Okay, turns out, take the backlight off first, and then you've got access to the indicator bolts. It's off. You can get to those two bolts. They are on. Just need to sort the wiring out. Change the connectors to bullet connectors. Put it all back on. Not bore you with putting the bullet connectors on. Just go back on the cables. And reconnected it all. Now, before I put that annoying bolt back on, I'm going to see if they work. Whoa, and Hans is a flasher. Get Bolty McBolt face back in there. Oh, it's always the little bits, things that are fiddly, aren't they? Bolty McBolt face can go back on. Alright. Get it as tight as possible. And then my favourite 12 spanner. Look straight. Now I've got that all sorted, finally. Time to take to the garage. Next time, follow its first journey on the road. It's been about 5 years it's been off the road. So you'll see it in a bit of a POV style to the garage. And then maybe even a little look around the garage if I'm allowed. We'll see. Watch this space. Well, that didn't actually happen. Well, he did go to the MOT and he did pass. Unfortunately, as you saw at the very beginning, that was more of a reassurance for me that the work I've done was good. So he got back and I stripped him to pieces in terms of took the bodywork off, tank, mud guards, and in a previous video I showed you where I was stripping the paintwork off, which Enfield did very well because I really struggled with that. And I'm still struggling with that, but I think I found another solution. We're going to do another little series of bringing Hans here back to life and go through a bit more detail of the things that I've done with him and going to do. So ciao for now, and Dana here, he's also had a bit of an upgrade. Change, almost gone back to stock in a different way in terms of, turns out I've just painted him in different various ways.